Portia is asking, this is a good question. Will shorts be vertical only or horizontal without being squeezed into a vertical container?
I believe I believe they're gonna be vertical only. I believe we're gonna have some sort of because right now you essentially can do it either way. But I actually want to make it so that if you try to upload one that isn't vertical, it just doesn't let you. So because one concern I've had is especially with newer platforms, and you can see this on other social media platforms that have tried to tackle video, is that you can see a lot of low quality videos and just poor uploading and people not following the format very well. And one thing I've told the devs about pretty much everything that we do is to make things like, essentially make make the bowling alley, with bumper rails required, so that like you can't even go into the gutter if you've ever bowled, you know what I'm talking about. You can't even go into the gutter if you want to. So, I want to do that with a lot of the various features on Inleo, including videos, which is that when you try to do something, if it's not the correct way of doing it, the UI tells you why what you're doing isn't the correct way, so that you can remedy it and then go about your uploading or whatever feature you're trying to use. There was another one. So like one example is some UIs have 3-speak video uploading. I think we were looking at like eSense's UI. They've got 3-speak video uploading. But if you upload a video that isn't over 15 seconds, and it actually tells you on their UI and on other UIs, if your video is under 15 seconds, it actually doesn't get posted on 3-speak. So it has to be over 15 seconds. But if you upload one that's like, say, 5 seconds from the eSense UI, and not to pick on eSense, I think this is just how all UIs are doing it right now. If you upload one that's like 5 seconds, it just, it gets published, but then it doesn't actually get published. So it's like, it's not preventing you from doing the wrong thing. It's just telling you that you shouldn't do it and then allowing you to do it anyways. Whereas the devs were asking me, should we basically not allow a video to be uploaded unless it's over 15 seconds? And I said, yeah, why wouldn't you? You want to build the bowling alley with bumper rails. You want to be like, if you upload a video that's 5 seconds, the upload shouldn't even go through. It should just say, hey, this video is 10 seconds shorter than it needs to be in order to be uploaded. So yeah, I mean, I think across the board for features that's a better approach to doing things is just, rather than try to teach people how to do things the right way, just like almost enforce certain things that they have to happen that way, especially when they're kind of critical to overall user experience.
I have no idea about resource management in tech, but probably also if the video is like only 15 seconds long, then it doesn't get stored in our servers for more than a month or something like that. I don't know, because for example, Twitch was just they had some issues with bandwidth and power in Japan, and they just left Japan. Like, so maybe trying to avoid that kind of thing of everyone just uploading videos all the time. And, after a few months, it's going to be very heavy on the UI to just have all of these videos. Even if we have the IPFS storing part of 3-speak, showing them is going to be heavy, right? Or am I just talking nonsense?
In terms of what?
Of weight for the UI.
No, because well, there's 2 ways that shorts are going to work. Essentially, one of them is going to be that it auto plays when you scroll over it. So like that works like on X when there's a video that's uploaded. If you scroll over that post on X, then it starts auto playing that video, right? It auto plays it and it's muted if you're familiar with that user experience. But say that there's another short that's posted and it's like 5 threads down. Actually, nothing is showing except for the thumbnail until you get to that thread, and then it starts auto playing. You know what I mean? So like as you're scrolling the feed, it doesn't just suddenly load all the videos all at once. It's actually loading them individually as you get to that part of the feed. And that's how they'll show in like the main latest feed and For You feed. And then we're actually adding another feed, which I'm really excited about, which is modeled and styled after TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, where it plays the video is full screen, right? And then like the actions, like the upvote button and stuff will be overlaid on top of the screen. And then to like move through the feed and see the next video, it'll only have videos and it'll only have shorts in this specific feed. And you'll like swipe up to keep scrolling. So if you've ever used one of those, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, if you've ever scrolled through those, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It'll look identical to those, where you just like keep scrolling and it'll just keep showing you shorts. One thing I'm working on in terms of, and I don't have a timeline for this, but one thing we're working on is integrating Leo AI into creating transcripts for shorts. So it will create a transcript for each short. And then it will basically be able to create a vector space of all those transcripts so that as you're scrolling, it'll be there's essentially going to be a For You feed for shorts on Inleo, which I think is really exciting. So any short that's uploaded on the platform will basically have its own transcript created. So let's say that Mitch uploads a short and it's like a 30-second video of him talking about, Bitcoin and the current price of Bitcoin and how the crypto market's doing. It'll take the transcript of every word he said in that video and it will attach it to that short. And so when, let's say that Eric is in his For You feed on Leo Shorts and he's scrolling the For You feed, and let's say that Eric tends to interact with content that mentions Bitcoin and the crypto market, Mitch's post is probably going to be at or near the top of his For You feed for shorts. So you'll get that video almost immediately, and then you'll keep swiping, and it'll obviously keep recommending different shorts to you. That's going to be a pretty innovative feature, but it definitely requires a lot of work because we obviously have to build the transcript engine, then we have to build the vector space, and then we have to train Leo AI on the previous data, and then obviously have the real time training, and then also build the UI around that. So that's going to be a fun feature to launch, but I assume the rollout is going to look like, we're going to release the UI and basically just randomize the videos or maybe sort them by like upvotes, something kind of simple in terms of the original sorting. And then we'll add in the recommendations and the For You feed afterwards, after we kind of build out the AI part of it. But yeah, that was like a really long-winded way of talking about how the loading speed is going to work for shorts. But yeah, so I answered it for the main feed, and then obviously for like the For You feed, it's only loading one video at a time because you scroll, it loads the video, you watch it, and then you scroll again, and then it loads the next one, you watch it, scroll again, it loads the next one. So at any given time, you're never going to be loading more than like 1 to 3 videos at a time. So I don't think it's going to have a very significant impact on overall loading speed.